Good evening. It's a lot. It's a lot I want to say, and I'm not going to. But there's a lot for us. We got to come up with the offensive rebound. I thought the guys' fight was spectacular. That's a really good team and super well coached by Ty. Multiple Hall of Famers on that team, and they play at a high level. Kawhi is and James are really good. We're going to have to shoot the three ball a little bit more. Only 31 tonight and 23 assists. Those are some of the numbers that you look at. And obviously we did get 11 offensive rebounds, and that's one way that we want to get extra possessions. But turnovers, physicality, extremely physical team. That's high level playoff basketball, and this is what it feels like when you don't come through and do what you know that you can do and you want to do. So we got one more go at it versus Phoenix, and make no mistake, you got to come with this same type of effort. This is a hard league, and that if it was easy, that's what I told them before the game. If it was easy, everybody would do it, but that's why everybody don't do it. So, yeah.
Two questions for you, Doug. The first one, was there any thought of calling a timeout after the Keegan steal?
We did.
Oh, I'm sorry. When James Harden fouled Zach.
No, we were down to one timeout. So I mean, the timeout that we had, everything played in exactly how we would do it. If I did what you did, then we wouldn't have had a timeout, and Keegan would have shot whatever Keegan shot with 2 seconds left. He might have made it. I asked him in the hallway because I have to go back and look at it. But to his credit, he did a fantastic job. Called a timeout. Had a decent look. I mean, in our game, what you ask for is opportunities, and we had an opportunity to win that ball game, and did not.
And then on the last play there, is that kind of what you guys drew up, that play for DeMar, or was that kind of a second option?
Yeah, it was more of a second option. It was Keegan looped around. You had Zach going over the top to an empty corner. Then Keon setting the screen for Debo, but Debo popped as the time started going, got it, and just unfortunately didn't get a good look. Everybody was live on that play. So Zach over the top after Keegan sets it. Keegan's coming off Keon. Yeah, everybody's live.
Doug, I know you've talked a lot about the process and kind of living with the result. For DeMar and Zach to struggle as much as they did through the first three quarters, and then the three-point shot also not falling, and to be right there with the Clippers throughout most of it until that fourth quarter, does that speak to that process of, I mean, you lost the game, but it's clicking at the right time?
It does. I mean, we've played against some really tough competition, and we've competed at the level that I expect, and I believe that our guys expect. But there's execution, and we have to make sure that we're executing at a really high level, and yeah, these are the ones that they stick with you. So. Two of them to this club that, yeah, I'm going to shut up.
Doug, does it feel like, over the last week or so, you talked about the physicality, some of these games you played, the opponents you face. Does it feel like with this group that you have now, certain things maybe are beginning to come together, and this maybe is preparing you for a playing scenario and what might be beyond that?
Absolutely. So I've told them that however it goes, what's happening is that all of this is going to prepare you for that moment. Heartbreak, physicality, reaching the valley, coming out of the valley. Like, these are all things that help you and propel propel you to where you need to go. In the moment, it hurts. You're mad, a lot of different things, and sometimes you can lose sight of that. Like, you lose the forest for the trees. Like, sometimes you need to step back and look and say, like, you guys have done a lot of really good things since this all has happened with all that's went on. And you're still standing and you have an opportunity. And now when that opportunity comes, like, that's the culmination of all these different things that you faced. You're going to have poise, which I did not when I got a technical, but whatever. You're going to need to come together. You're going to need to have teamwork. And in those moments where it does not go good, you can't lose it. You got to stay in there, and you got to continue to fight, because you are good enough, and you've demonstrated that you're good enough to beat anybody in this league. They have. But doing it is something different. But the pain that we've experienced throughout this run, I think will harden us in a good way.
Coach, obviously kind of a silly question, but it was a physical game, and you guys out-rebounded them during the game. How frustrating was it not to get that one, towards the end?
Those are the little things, man, and that's what I have written here on this paper is little things, because a lot of little things equal a big thing, and the big thing is that you don't win. But make no mistake, there's nobody in there who doesn't want to get that ball. But those bounces, and I can see it multiple times, it's just now you go back and look at it, and, when you slow it down, and now you're going to look at this person who might have been looking at it, and, that's all the criticism that goes with that. But as somebody who's been there in the moment, it don't feel like that. And it's just unfortunate as hell that it comes down to a bounce and different things, because that's not the reason. That's one of the reasons that we lost the game. That's not the reason that we lost the game. And that is, you can never lose sight of that part. Like, there's a lot of things that I can look at when I look at this, and some of them will get me in trouble. Appreciate y'all.